Everybody, Jedi Dad here. It's like 10 minutes till 11 here on July 14th. I was able to get loaded into the game. Here we go. And there she is, everyone. The new Himiko. We'll watch this little cutscene thing here first. Man, ain't she beautiful. Okay, and here we go. Add Astronova for the new Himiko. And there we have, you know, returning Sparksy. Hold on, give me a second. I was a little slow with doing everything here. Danhung, Perminator, Vermisaur, and Evernight. Of course, I do want to get Danhung and Evernight. And get Sparksy too. And here we have, you know, the light cones. Of course, I also looked at the fake GIF on, you know, like all three, and they were the same. So I looked in the shop because there's new things there in the exchange. Those on the top. And then up at the recommended. See Trailblaze Assistance. You know, for $5. Special ticket, $1. You know, hey, one of the passes. And the special pass gift box, $15. And let's go on with everything else. See, I looked at the fake gift for everything. So let's skip ahead now.
After resolving the crisis surrounding Full Wish, we returned to the Astral Express to gather our thoughts. Shuhu, Sat Pramod, and the Veracity. Unforeseen challenges arrived in rapid succession. After careful deliberation, we decided to split into teams and tackle the problems in Plain Arcadia together. There, Yaoguang, Danhung, and Welch traversed every corner of Plain Arcadia to deploy the Decalite reflection barrier as a safeguard against a potential ambush by the Lord Ravager. Meanwhile, Bleed decided to set out for the edge of the world in Canvas, where he intended to use the power of the Veracity to bring his conflict with Shuhu to its final conclusion. Elsewhere, Ashvale, March 7th, and the others headed to the tavern in search of clues regarding Sat Pramod. Their investigation eventually centered on En route. This former masked fool left the tavern for the Astral Express, becoming the navigator known as Icy. And the Veracity shadow of Ashvale is, in fact, his legacy. In addition, Ron May brought word that the Phantasmoon games were more than a game. They were a ritual enacted by Aha to suppress the dead husk of the Veracity. She further suggested that the Path of Elation may have originated from a concept stripped away from the Veracity: aftertaste. At the same time, I ventured into the world in Canvas in search of Graphia at Evanesia's request. By a twist of fate, I truly did encounter the mother of Imogenesis. She spoke of the Cinderth Age, of the day the Express fell, and of her stand against Sat Pramod, before beckoning me further into the world in Canvas. Elsewhere, Himiko returned to Graphia Academy to accompany Ryusuke, probing him for any ties to the destruction. As they revisited their shared memories, Ryusuke posed a chilling theory. That the real Himiko had long ago succumbed to the weathering curse. And the person standing before him was merely an imaginary she had painted to carry on her dream of trailblazing. On the banks of the Inkford Hermitage, I crossed paths with Silverwolf and Blade once more. There, I summoned Graphia, who ferried us into the depths of the world in canvas. In the meadow on the distant shore, Blade bid us farewell and threw himself resolutely into the Veracity's maw. Embracing the path he had walked, he reclaimed his heart as a craftsman. By harnessing the Veracity's furnace-like destructive power and the regenerative flesh of the abundance, he vowed to temper himself into the blade that would imprison Shuhu for eternity. In the meadow on the distant shore, it dawned on me that the Graphia we saw earlier at Inkford Hermitage was an imposter. The true culprit, Asat Pramod, revealed himself, exposing that Graphia is in fact a scion of destruction. He then broke our assault, grievously wounding Graphia before he departed. As we struggled through a grueling battle against the maddened Graphia, Blade returned from his nirvana. Having tempered Shuhu within himself, he joined us to turn the tide, and with his aid, Graphia was restored to her senses. She revealed that Asat Pramod could seemingly manifest in many places at once. It was exactly as she said, and indeed, at that very same time, Ashvale, Yaoguang, and the others were also attacked by Asat Pramod. Worst of all, even Ryusuke, Himiko's father, had been Asat Pramod in disguise from the very beginning. After revealing himself, he stood before us all and declared that an unpredictable disaster was about to descend upon plain Arcadia.
Well, that's the intro to our new mission, which is called In Ravages Does the Whistle Sound. Wow. And there's other new missions and stuff. So, and don't forget, everybody, go to your mail, claim your 300 Stellar Jades, and then Toy Timo. Version bug. Hey, there was a bug, and we got another 300 Jades. Awesome. And there we have it. I'm going to, start the gameplay, but in the process also, I'm going to be leveling up my characters. And thanks for watching, everybody. And I'll see y'all later in the world of Star Rail.